I really could not make sense of what happened in episode 3. Like, I understood what was happening, but LeVi honestly should have been able to detect who the fuck is a Gnosia.
Yeah, I feel like they kind of covered that with the doctor role. Yeah, but yeah, I was wondering the same thing. Why can't detect who's a Gnosia? She can detect when they're not there and everything, but I feel like they put those roles on the people instead, the characters, giving them like the engineer role, the doctor role, to kind of keep with the idea of it being Among Us, the anime.
Which is cool and all, but
you almost have to suspend disbelief.
Yeah, it's just, it wasn't something that I was expecting the ship not to be able to do. You can tell who the fuck is a Gnosia when you put them inside of the pod, but you need a certain limit of people to go inside of a pod to tell if they're a Gnosia or not.
Yeah, only the doctor could confirm if they were a Gnosia after they were put into cold sleep.
And then the engineer is able to tell who the fuck is one.
Then you've got the guardian angel that could protect somebody for some reason. They really turned it into a game.
It honestly feels like LeVi is playing the game, bro.
It does. And when we were watching it, I watched a few episodes with my girlfriend. She thinks that LeVi has something to do with it, and I'm not unconvinced. If we start from the beginning, the show, immediately you're thinking Among Us, the anime.
Yeah.
It pretty much is for the first episode or two. But I liked how I felt like that was just the hook to get you in. And the show becomes more about the characters and the interpersonal connections as it goes on. And like how when the Silver Key is revealed, it kind of confirms that, because it's all about collecting human knowledge, or at least that's what we think, because it's not really confirmed. We're just going off of, what's her name, Setsu? Yeah, Setsu, where you're just kind of going off of Setsu, a reliable narrator.
Yeah, I started questioning why the Silver Key needs knowledge. And what do Gnosias have to do with this in general? That's the underlying thing. Is the Gnosia like a plot device? Or in order for Yuri to, and Setsu to learn more about these people and in general just build knowledge for it? And then it just fucks off?
I'm hoping that gets answered as the show goes on. It's like, what are the Gnosia? Like, all we know is that they've infected somebody, and then because of that infection, they're trying to take over. But what are they? And that's why I really liked episode 9, jumping ahead a little bit. I was really worried that as the show went on, we were gonna be able to see Yuri become a Gnosia, and then we did. And I was so thankful, because that was a very interesting episode. And then they almost made them sympathetic. As that episode goes on, you kind of learn that they are still all, like, human in a way. And then even though the quote-unquote villains won, it was still like a happy ending.
Which is kind of fucked up when you think about it, because
it is.
They're still killing everybody on the fucking ship.
But see, that's another thing. It's like, are they actually killing them? You see them do the Gnosia thing to Otome, the dolphin chick, the whale chick. Like, are they actually dying? It almost looked like they were being teleported somewhere. She became like a little ball and then was gone. It's like, where the fuck are they going? It was almost like, when that happened, I had that same feeling I had when we watched Akira, where I was like, what the fuck just happened and where did she go? It's like in the little explanation animations they do, yeah, it shows them killing them, but that's not what actually happened. They held their hands out on the window and did some magic. They didn't even touch her.
Yeah, but they unfroze time. Well, they didn't unfreeze time, sorry. When they're in warp, nobody can move, right. So they're like stasis.
Right, and the Gnosia are the only ones that have kind of free reign of the ship at that point. What actually happened? That she like ascended to a different plane or something?
So Jina believes that people who are eliminated by Gnosia don't die, but only their souls remain. And that reminded me of what Sam and Ellie were talking about in The Last of Us Part 1, where Sam asked, do you think that the person is trapped inside while they're infected and they just can't do anything?
Yeah, almost like they're a soul inside a puppet.
Yeah.
And I felt like she kind of said that because of the cyberization part, where like what happened to her mom. I'm wondering if there is like actually a connection there. Like maybe the Gnosia are cyberizing people, because she seemed to almost disappear too when she signed the contract or whatever. And that brings us to Yuriko, who seems to know something. She's a very interesting character. She seems to have some kind of knowledge because of her being what are they called, like a cyber maiden? Shrine maiden? Yeah. She knows something, bro. I'm convinced that she has a lot more to do with it than she's leading on.
There is something that she says during the episode, but I don't think I took a note on it. But it was when they was in the elevator. It's the first episode that she pops up. she says something to Yuri. Episode 4 is where they drop the name of the ship.
Yeah, the Hoshibune.
Yeah, this is what she said. How interesting. Then this must also be their will.
Yeah, so she has to know something. Like when she enters the cast of characters, she immediately like dominates. She's giving like royalty vibes. She completely leads the conversation.
The Ojo character archetype.
She's got the little hologram fan thing that she be using, and she snaps that shit shut when she's making a point. She was definitely a standout character.
Perfect example would be like Luvia. Luvia is the type of person, she has that hairstyle that Angela has right now for that new skin. But yeah, she acts like that. Kind of pompous.
I mean, starting with Yuri, he kind of annoyed me at the beginning of the show because he's very clearly an anime archetype where he's like naive and kind of nerdy, doesn't really know what's going on. But I do like as the show progresses, he really starts to mature and come into his own.
He's very timid
at
the beginning, and I can see that he's the type of character that once he comes into his own, like he's going to become a little bit more bold and more confident in what he's saying, which we've seen.
Once he starts to collect some knowledge and he starts to realize, oh hey, I'm in a time loop, he really does start to get more bold. He starts to command the meetings a lot more.
He gets more comfortable, but you can see him getting a little bit timid every time that there's a new character introduced, because then he's back at square one where he's just like, I don't know anything about this person and I don't know what they're capable of doing.
And when Setsu comes in, you almost think she's gonna be, or I should say that you almost think Setsu is gonna be his like partner in crime. Setsu really like takes his hand at the beginning and starts to lead him through. It acts as a very good straight person.
I don't know if stoic would be the proper term for her or them.
I could see it. The Setsu was kind of stoic at the beginning. They're very straightforward. They don't really, no bullshit, no jokes, no comedy, just trying to get to the bottom of things. And I'm still wondering, where the fuck did Setsu get the silver key? Was there did Setsu have a mentor? Where did the silver key even come from? They say it's an organism. It doesn't talk or anything though. Like, it doesn't communicate. So how would Yuri have even figured this shit out if Setsu didn't come back?
Racio drops information saying that the knowledge and information is the sustenance it needs to survive. It stands to reason that it would instinctively know where to find more. They're sure there is information and knowledge to gain from the worldline that the silver key has sent Yuri to, and that information is something Yuri can only obtain in that form.
Yeah, and that's when Yuri realizes that there's like a reason for every time they loop. They're trying to direct them towards something, some kind of knowledge.
Yeah, this was given off like ReZero / Steins Gate. There we go.
Yeah, it is reminiscent of Steins Gate. Racio, honestly, I loved Racio. He's one of my favorite characters so far in the show. His design is very reminiscent of, it's the group that ends up going to, the Golden Dawn, William Vangeance. He looks very similar to him. There's a similar design philosophy that they went for with like the feathers and the colors. Immediately I thought of this dude from Black Clover. I loved it though. Like, immediately when he pops up, you're like, ooh, who the fuck is this guy? And then you find out he is like extremely intelligent and college educated, and from like, I guess, a line of people that have like a superior intelligence. He also dominates the room and clearly leads conversation.
Yeah, I was saying that he had like a holier than thou kind of complex.
He does, because he clearly thinks he's like a superior being because of how smart he is.
A character like that in this series would make it way too easy to pin as the infected.
And that's the thing, like it hasn't come up till episode 12, but I know that they're gonna do it. Racio as a Gnosia is gonna be crazy.
He was one in the earlier episodes.
Oh, in the earlier episodes, yeah.
So
he didn't really get a chance to shine though, it felt like.
Before we dive into that, right? All I'm gonna say is that the background that he said is that, I think it was Setsu that said it, that Racio was from the upper echelon of the Glees, or the Glies fleet.
Right, that's what I was talking about, yeah.
It's crazy that Yuri, early episode 2, told him about the time loop. You know?
He believed it.
Yeah.
He's like, no, that's not crazy. That's totally possible.
Yeah. But it was annoying that he was going after Yuri every fucking loop earlier on, bro. I was like, yo, why is he on his case? Oh, you have amnesia? Likely story, bro.
He does not trust that amnesia story at all. Which, I mean, after a certain point, he's right to not trust it. Like, once Yuri really gets the hang of things, he's totally in the right for not believing the amnesia story.